Hello, Stick Volley fans, and welcome back to Stick Volley. We're here for the All-Star game, and I'm joined by Patrick here on the desk and Timmy, who's joining in through a call.
Hi guys, it's great to be here.
Hello, everybody. Also, it is great to be here.
Yeah, we're here for the All-Star game, the Season 4 All-Star game. This is a big game for some of these players. This is their first All-Stars, some veterans returning. But let's take a quick look at these starting rosters. Let's take a look at that first team All-Stars real quick.
Representing the first team is goalie Silas Christensen, attacker Zach Goodwin, defender number 2 Peter Hill, defender 3 Mort Goodwin, defender 4 Josh Eppolito, defender 5 Charlie Wallace, and defender 6 Luke Shepard.
Now let's take a look at the second team All-Stars.
Representing the second team, goalie Gus Graham, attacker Justin Corner, defender 2 Victor Wilson, defender 3 Benjamin Hartman, defender 4 Wald Lowe, defender 5 Davion Nolan, and defender 6 Cody Henson.
And that's both of the All-Star teams. I'm excited for this one. I don't know about you guys, but who do you think is going to win, Patrick?
I mean the first team. That's why they're there.
Yeah. How about you, Tim, calling in?
I think this game is just like for fun. I think the second team's gonna win.
Yeah, I think the second team has a shot. I'm going to go with the first team, but last season the second team did win. But let's watch this game. Let's head down to the court. This game's about to start. And here we are for the Season 4 All-Star game. That one taped back immediately by Justin Corner.
There's so much high-powered offense in this game. It should be exciting.
Yeah, all these players top at their position. This ball is stuck on Victor Wilson. He gets it off. They're gonna move this one around now. It's Wald Lowe.
There you see in the middle of the first team All-Stars, Josh Eppolito, the MVP of Season 4.
Silas getting a great save, but yeah, the first non-goalie or attacker to get the MVP award. It's kind of like the NFL. Most times, it's that quarterback that gets the MVP, and that's hit backwards by first team. And occasionally, you'll get that random position to get an MVP here and there. Here's first team now, moving this one around. Rookie of the season, Justin Corner gets a good shot. Can Silas get a save? And he does.
This is dangerous too. This is up.
Coming down to Gus Graham. No, to Victor Wilson, who gets a nice hit. Justin Corner with a great header. Justin Corner hits the post. Silas with the save.
Justin Corner has looked great in this All-Star game so far.
Yeah, it hits the corner of the bar though. Justin Corner, rookie of the season, leading the league in goals. And that's a great shot. I don't know what
Josh Eppolito. That was huge. That was Josh Eppolito with the header.
Wow, I didn't even realize what I didn't know if it was Charlie Wallace or if it was Josh Eppolito, but that one goes out of play there. We're in the back now with Victor Wilson. Zach Goodwin with a good shot. And it hits the back of the goal and it just goes out of play.
These first team All-Stars are trying to show why they were the first team All-Stars.
Yeah, the first team showing their dominance right off the bat. The defense looking strong and they get the 1-0 early lead. Zach going with the pressure, making sure Cody Henson does not turn that over. Zach going with the hard shot off the bar. Coming down now to Wald Lowe and Benjamin Hartman. We have two Benjamin Hartman, previous rookie of the season, and Justin Corner, the rookie of the season, but that's a mistake by the defense, and it's now 2-0. And the first team All-Stars taking the early 2-0 lead. We're in the back now. Victor Wilson gets a nice chip to Zach Goodwin, who hits it backwards.
This is dangerous.
Zach Goodwin making a big mistake.
Silas Christensen has made a few acrobatic saves tonight, but that was not one of them. It was just out of reach.
Just out of reach for Silas. This is his first. That's hit backwards by the defense, though. To Silas. Where's a laser of a shot into Gus Graham? His first team now. Moving this one around. Mark Goodwin. First time in making his all-star team. Oh. Luke Shepard almost getting a turnover. That's off of Peter Hill. Coming down now to Benjamin Hartman.
Peter Hill having a breakout season this year. Just absolutely being a great offensive D2.
Yeah. Is it? I think it's his first all-star.
It is. It is his first all-star.
So yeah, ever since he's been in the league, he's not made an all-star. But I remember correctly, if I remember correctly, like season 1 on the Majestic Turtle Chumps, he had a good season and was unable to make it. That one's just gonna go out of play. Here's second team, moving this one around defense. Benjamin Hartman. That's a turnover there. Here's Peter Hill, who gets a nice chip over. Here's Hartman getting up to Zach Goodwin. Is it backwards? They're forcing mistakes on Zach Goodwin. This could be another goal, and it's 2-2.
It's almost as if Zach Goodwin's not taking it seriously enough. He always shows up in the big moments. Maybe he doesn't think one of them.
Yeah, he's I guess he's just trying to have fun out there. Just having fun messing around. There's Zach with another hard shot. This one's coming just out of play. Peter Hill now. Justin Cole with the pressure. This one's hit hard. Just gonna go out of play as well. We're at 2s. Victor Wilson tries to get a hard shot. Almost a good pass though. A lot of these players making their first all-star team, especially this first team. Most of these guys have actually not made an all-star team or first team all-star team. Justin Corner. Hard shot coming down to Gus Graham though. Gus Graham cannot get it. It's 3-2.
The attackers making all kinds of mistakes, and I think most of it could be attributed to playing the Stick Madness tournament with the close walls now going back to normal.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get used to the extended walls now. They're used to just banging them off the walls super hard and just seeing where they go. Now they have to strategically place these balls wherever they shoot them. Second team slowly moving this one around. Here's walled low. Gonna be 31. It's gonna be the last season for him. So there's Justin Corner. More good one, slowing it down with Peter Hill. They get it over, nice turnover. But there's Victor Wilson, Gus Graham, hard shots into Hartman. The keyboard smashers there. Davion Nolan and Cody Henson. Zach Goodwin with another hard shot. Coming down to his defense. Mark Goodwin hits it backwards. And it's just gonna go out of play.
Now Peter Hill and Victor Wilson are both pretty good D2s, but I have a feeling next year you're gonna see Wayne Morris, just an absolute beast, and he's consistent. Every time he steps out onto the court, he's just consistent.
Yeah, Wayne Morris not making the All-Star team this year, but he's made it in previous years. And actually, Victor Wilson is a former keyboard smasher, so both these guys are keyboard smasher or were a keyboard smasher at some point in their career.
Maybe they train D2s really well.
Yeah, keyboard smashers have developed some good D2s actually. Pretty crazy. But there's Zach Goodwin gets a touch backwards. Coming down to possibly Justin Corner. He gets a touch. Justin Corner with the shots. The defense hits it over. It's going to come up to the bar. It just got to play. The game is slowed down since those first couple of goals. Your second team, though. Victor Wilson and Hartman. To Zach Goodwin. A good shot. Gus Graham with the laser. Gus Graham.
Great shot by Gus Graham. He knew exactly how hard he had to hit it in order for it to go in.
That finesse shot. It wasn't a hard shot, but he got that good finesse shot. There's Justin Corner, though. Justin Corner, I don't believe it. Silas gets a nice save. To Zach Goodwin now, and Justin Corner. There's a turnover there by the second team. Gus Graham, that was a beautiful shot, and he's developed so much since his beginning, and there's a turnover. 4-3.
Josh, I believe on Mort Goodwin, not on the same page there, just the unfortunate bounce.
Yeah, former teammates not able to get things going, and that's a turnover through the defense. We rarely see that. I think that's only happened one time before. Rare to see. They're on match point, though, the second team. Here's Hartman trying to end it. Henson. Can he get a turnover? And he does. First team
If
now.
you want to talk about jersey sales, Josh Eppolito, Benjamin Hartman, and Wayne Morris lead the defenders throughout the jersey sales.
That is impressive.
That is very impressive. Defenders getting some recognition, but Zach Goodwin here. Most of the time, defenders, they don't always get that recognition. It's mostly the goalies or attackers, like the big quarterback and running back. But Victor Wilson! He ends the game! 5-3. Second team takes the win. What a game by both sides. And that is going to conclude the season. That's going to conclude season 4, actually. We're going to head down to the season 5 draft and kick off season 5 officially next. A lot has happened in stick volley over the offseason and in free agency. A lot of players moving around, staying, re-signing. But let's see what actually happened. I'm going to pass it down to Patrick and Timmy.
Okay, the key free agent this year is 30-year-old Donald Barnes. It's amazing he wasn't franchise tagged. The first offer of free agency was from Metro Madness. They went all out with a $35 million max contract for Donald Barnes. He only has 2 years left. But then Majestic Turtle Chumps moved in with another $35 million offer to tie it up. And then lastly, the Clownfish swooped in with a $35 million offer. It went to a spin, and Miami won it on the wheel. Miami retains Donald Barnes. Tim.
So another very popular free agent in the market this year was defender 3 for the Turtle Chumps, Benjamin Hartman. While the Lobsterbacks put in a $14 million bid at first, that was evenly matched, or not evenly, but that was matched by the Trenton Grenadiers, who put in a $16 million bid. The Turtle Chumps came back with 18, and then to top it off, the Clownfish bid in $20 million on the Defender 3.
Those are some huge acquisitions here, but now we'll just talk about the rest. Okay, for the Metro Madness, they signed Keith Jackson back to a $15 million contract, and Oscar Cooper, the former first-round selection, first overall, they signed it to a $6 million, 1-year contract.
Okay, so the Grounders, they did not lose anybody to free agency, but they did pick up Paul Kovac from the Metro Madness to a $7 million deal. Patrick?
That is crazy. Now let's move on to the Eureka Keyboard Smashers. They ended up going all out for some D6s, which was wild. They put in bids for Chris Nicholson and Elian Dyer. Elian Dyer to a $15 million 2-year contract, which is just almost outrageous how crazy it is. They retain most of their players, and we'll just see who they need in the draft. It doesn't look like much.
So, the Phoenix Peacocks, they re-signed D2 Victor Wilson to a $10 million deal they re-signed him $10 million, but they did lose Defender 5 Edward Hamilton to the Majestic Turtle Chumps.
The Augusta Lobsterbacks was an interesting one. They lost Jerry Rivera to retirement, but they traded for Max Montgomery early in this whole offseason process. So that was big for them to fill up the goalie position. We'll see what they need in the draft. They signed Wald Lowe back, $12 million contract for 1 year. He is going to retire at the end of the season. Also, Cody Henson. He a all-star. He's an all-star right there. So that's a big acquisition after they lost Elian Dyer. Okay, for the Trenton Grenadiers, not much happened, but they did sign back Chris Nicholson after they were being outbid by the Eureka Keyboard Smashers. That's just a big acquisition to keep their franchise player around. Majestic Turtle Chumps had a rocky offseason at best. They had interest for Donald Barnes and Benjamin Hartman. They ended up losing Benjamin Hartman. But then they just signed, at the end of the offseason, they signed Edward Hamilton and Blake Moore. Just some run-of-the-mill average free agents right there. And lastly, for the Coolville Clownfish, huge acquisition in Benjamin Hartman. They signed him to a $20 million contract. That is the max for a defender. He has earned it, though. So that's just a big acquisition for him.
And that is all that went down in free agency and in the offseason. Let's head down to the rookie draft for Season 5 right now.
I don't think he had any idea that any
Donald Barnes! I'm sorry to interrupt, but Donald Barnes. Basilos Christensen hits it off of one of his defenders. And Timothy Reeves. Tim Williverker with a great touch! This one's going!
No doubt.
Oh my goodness, what a goal. Trying to move this one around on defense, the grounders. Zach Goodwin, hard shot off Larry Manning. Can Zach Goodwin get this goal? Zach Goodwin, I don't believe it. Season last year just couldn't, he was consistent, but just couldn't get the stats. So, but this could be game and it's game.
Wow, Jackson Fox. Replayed by Martin Wallace.
What a save by the Season 2 MVP.
Oh, and it's chipped in. Martin Wallace off one of the defenders. That might have been Josh Eppolito right there.
At the back of the goal and come over. This could be a goal. But a great save by Martin Wallace. MVP of Season 2. Martin Wallace, what a goal! He scores off of it.
That balls it up! Could Jerry get a hand on it?
Leva Manning. The veteran going.
Manning going in clutch.
It's that time again, the Stick Volley Draft. We're here for the Stick Volley Draft of Season 5. This is going to be a big draft for some teams. Every team is going to be picking. Every team gets a pick. And actually, Metro Madness has 2 picks. The first 2 out of 3. First and third pick. So, I wonder what they're going to be getting with these. But it looks like Metro Madness is going to be coming up on the clock. So let's head down to the stage. Metro Madness is now on the clock. And here we go. Metro Madness is now up on the clock with the first overall pick. What will they take here? They just lost their goalie, Max Montgomery, who was their first round pick last season. They just lost in a trade with the Lobsterback, so they're gonna need a goalie. Is this a goalie? Or is this something else that we don't know about? Maybe a defender? They just lost their D2. And Aiden Wright has been performing at a mediocre level. So, possibly they might look for a D2. I don't know. But it looks like the pick is already in. Let's head down to the stage.
With the first overall pick of the Season 5 Stick Volley Draft, Metro Madness selects goalie, Grady Erickson.
Wow, Grady Erickson. This is a really good pick by Metro Madness. He played 2 seasons in college. He had 10 goals and 5 assists in college. That's really phenomenal from a goalie. He's able to set up players, and he's just really good at making plays. And I think this is a good fit for Metro Madness, and for him, and he has a lot of pressure on him though. Max Montgomery. Metro fans were not happy with Max Montgomery, and he has to fill in those shoes of Max Montgomery's failures from last season. His expectations weren't good enough, and yeah, he's got potential. I'm excited to see what he does in the future. The Grenadiers are now on the clock. And here we go. The Grenadiers are now up on the clock. What are they going to take? I mean, they just lost Samuel Davis to free agency. He went over to the Keyboard Smashers, so that's a big loss to that defense. Him and Billy Long had some really good connection and chemistry. So I'm assuming it's a D3, but what D3 will it be? Let's find out. It seems like the pick is in.
With the second overall pick of the Season 5 Stick Volley Draft, the Grenadiers select Defender 3, Ryan Bailey.
Ryan Bailey. This is actually a really good pick for the Grenadiers, and he has a similar playstyle to Samuel Davis, so I think Billy Long can teach him and make him a really good Defender 3. And this was two players that just played in the Rod Bowl. Got drafted 1 and 2, Grady Erickson and Ryan Bailey. They were on different teams though, but both playing in that Rod Bowl. So they're both great players. They played really good this past season. Ryan Bailey too. He's young, and he has a lot of potential. Like I said, he's 21, so he's been in the league he's been in college for 3 years. He's just coming out to the pros now. But this pick actually really good for the Grenadiers. And in his three seasons, he had a total of 6 goals as a D3. So, not big numbers. He's not a big number player, but he doesn't make many mistakes, and he didn't in college. So that's probably the big reason Trenton Grenadiers picked him up, so that he didn't make many mistakes. And yeah, and it looks like the next team is up. The Metro Madness is back up on the clock. They have the 3rd overall pick. Let's head down to that. Metro Madness is now on the clock. And here we go. Metro Madness is back up on the clock. They just took a goalie. Their team seems pretty complete. They just re-signed Keith Jackson, so I don't know what they're going to go after. That was the only other position that was not taken until they re-signed Keith Jackson. So I don't know what they're going to take here. So let's see what they take. Yeah, there's a big question mark with this pick. I don't know. Maybe they traded away, get something out of that. I don't know. But it looks like the pick's in. Let's head down there.
With the 3rd overall pick of the Season 5 Stick Volley Draft, Metro Madness selects attacker Cam Holcomb.
Wow, Cam Holcomb. This is a big surprise to all of us, actually, because we thought Keith Jackson was just going to finish, and he still may be the main attacker, and Cam might be just learning from Keith Jackson. I'm not too sure, but Cam Holcomb, this is a surprise, too, also because Anthony Austin was sitting there. Most thought Anthony Austin was one of the top attackers he was last season, and then again he goes undrafted. But Cam Holcomb, in college, he did pretty good for himself. 3 seasons, he had 25 goals in 3 seasons. That's really good. That's really good. He set the single season goal record in his conference with 10 goals in a single season. So that's really impressive. He actually had back-to-back 10 goals. Wow. But Cam Holcomb, this is a good pick for Metro. Maybe they get that rookie goalie attacker synergy going. This can go good and or bad for a team. So I'm excited to see what Metro does with these 2 players. And now it looks like the Lobsterbacks are coming up next. The Lobsterbacks are now on the clock. And here we go. The Lobsterbacks are now up on the clock. Let's see. They don't have a D3. So, could this be a D3? I'm assuming it might be, but you never really know, honestly. Because we just saw Metro Madness take an attacker when they just re-signed Keith Jackson. So, it looks like it's going to be an attacker. Or a D3, I'm sorry. But what D3 is it going to be? I don't know. It looks like the pick's already in, so let's head down there to see who they pick.
With the 4th pick in the Season 5 entry draft, the Augusta Lobsterbacks select Pablo Sanchez, Defender 3, Polar Panthers.
Wow, Pablo Sanchez. I forgot about this player, that he was coming over from the Polar Panthers. This is a really good pickup for the Lobsterbacks. They just lost Oscar Cooper, who was a previous first-round pick by them. So that's actually a really good pickup. Polar Panthers didn't play that well in Stick Madness. They were eliminated first round to the Keyboard Smashers. So Pablo Sanchez is going to be playing that team again. They lost 1-0. They were a good team. They were 14th seed, and Pablo Sanchez was their captain. And he was one of the captains. He was also a rookie, which is kind of weird. But, yeah, this is a good pickup. I think he's going to be a really good player for this team, and I think he's going to fit the team really well. He's only 21, and he has a good contract as well. Yeah, it's a really good pickup by Lobsterbacks, and I think the fans are really happy about this because he has some pro experience as well, unlike some of these college guys who's never played in the pros. But it looks like the next team, I think, the Clownfish are up next. So let's head down to that. The Clownfish are now on the clock. And here we go. The Clownfish are now up on the clock. What are they going to take? They have a full roster and just picked up Benjamin Hartman. They do have some cap space left, so they can pick up a player here. Probably not a goalie or an attacker. So it'll probably not be one of those, if I were to guess, because they won't have enough cap space. But this player, actually, they might have enough for an attacker, but they just drafted an attacker. Justin Corder's only 21, so this player is most likely going to the bench. It could be any position on the defense. Caleb Harris, he's retiring next season. Matt Goodwin's contract is up next season. So this player is just going to most likely go to the bench unless there's something we don't know, and they might be a starter. Who knows? But it looks like the pick, they already know what they're picking. It was that fast. So let's head down to the stage and see what the Clownfish are taking.
With the overall pick of
It seems the Clownfish owner is having some trouble with reading his script, so we'll have to get back to that. But real quick, before we get back to that, let's just get a quick shout out to our unofficial sponsors, Skittles and Dockside Seafood Restaurant. If you want some good candy, some good hard candy, get some Skittles. You know, feel the rainbow, taste the rainbow. And also, if you want to get some Dockside Seafood Restaurant, you can get a discount. Actually, there isn't a discount, is there? Just go see Dockside Seafood Restaurant if you want some good seafood. And it looks like the Clownfish owner has figured out how to speak his line. So let's head back down to the stage.
With the 5th overall pick of Season 5 Stick Volley Draft, the Coolville Clownfish select Defender 6, Milton Bullock.
Okay, wow, Milton Bullock, they are planning ahead for next season when they lose their D6. So, Milton Bullock, this is a solid pickup. He did good in college. This is arguably one of the best D6 classes coming out of college. So, yeah, this is a good D6 class. And Milton Bullock, he's a solid player. He did really good in college. He's 21, so he's playing college for 3 years. And in that 3 years, he's had 2 goals total, and not the greatest, but it's a D6. Like, if they just do their job and just turn over the ball when they need to and not hit it up to the attacker, then they're fine. But yeah, this is a good pickup from the Clownfish. And there's not much else to talk about this except it's going to the bench. This player is going to be sitting a season behind Caleb Harris and gonna learn from him. But it looks like the Grounders are up next, so let's head down to the stage. The Grounders are now on the clock. The Grounders are now up on the clock. It looks like, based off their roster, they need a D4. So this is possibly a D4. They just lost Luca Turner in free agency. They decided not to re-sign him. They could have re-signed him. No one re-signed him. No one signed him in the league. So he is a free agent right now. And unless they decide they don't like any of these D4s and want to go back to him or something, it looks like this might be a D4. The team is already, it's the same team as last year, except this D4 is now open. So let's see. The pick's already in. Let's head down to the stage and see what it is. With the 6th overall pick of the Season 5 Stick Volley Draft, the Grounders select D4, Ace Eaton. Ace Eaton, this is a decent pick by the Grounders. Not many good D4s in this draft. Ace Eaton was a top D4. Yeah, I mean, D4s are tough. Like, there's some good D4s out there, but Ace Eaton, I think, is going to be okay. He was a top D4 along with, like, Adrian Mack, possibly Alan Lee. Some thought Alan Lee was going to be probably the top guy, but Ace Eaton, I could see him fitting in this team. If he gets good chemistry with the rest of his defenders, with Mort Goodwin and Wayne Morris and some of the other guys, then especially Silas, if Silas can learn to hit it off him, this team could be pretty good on with him. So we'll just have to see. There's not much to talk about Ace Eaton, except he played 2 seasons in college, and he had 7 goals. So pretty good career. Not bad in two seasons. But yeah, that's really it. Let's looks like the Turtle Chumps are coming up next, so let's head down to the stage. The Majestic Turtle Chumps are now on the clock. Okay, the Majestic Turtle Chumps are now up on the clock. So what do they need here? They need a D6. It looks like they did lose their D6 due to retirement. So they will need D6. They did pick up Blake Moore and Edward Hamilton. 2 solid pickups, not bad. But yeah, maybe that might be it. Maybe they go after an attacker or something, because Donald Barnes only has 2 seasons left. Maybe develop an attacker while Donald Barnes is still in the league. That way you don't just get hit with a rookie attacker. Maybe they build off that, and they already have their pick in. Let's head down to the stage and see what they got.
With the 7th overall pick of the Season 5 Stick Volley Draft, the Majestic Turtle Chumps select Defender 6, Wayne Curry.
Wayne Curry, this is a good pickup by the Majestic Turtle Chumps. I think a lot of Clownfish fans thought they were getting Wayne Curry, but I think they're okay with Milton Bullock. He's a solid pick. They're both very similar players. They're both the same age and had very similar contracts coming into the league. Wayne was just $1 million shorter, so they play very similar too. They both know when to turn the ball over. Sometimes Wayne Curry gets into trouble with hitting the ball with the attackers, so they do have to be careful of that. But other than that, this pick is just overall it's just a solid pickup. There's really not much to say about it except, yeah, Wayne Curry, good pickup. He's very similar to Milton Bullock, and as I said when the Clownfish drafted Milton Bullock, this D6 class is arguably one of the best classes coming out to pros in stick volley. So if they all pan out the way that they're supposed to be, then yeah, this is gonna be a good D6. Wayne Curry had 3 goals in college in his 3 years at college, so not bad. Just about a goal a season. But yeah, it looks like the Peacocks are now up on the clock. Let's head down to the stage. The Peacocks are now on the clock. Alright, the Peacocks are now up on the clock. This is another team that is full, so I don't know what they're gonna take. They actually have a full roster. I'm looking at it right now. They have a full roster, so unless they cut someone, I don't think they could take anyone. So let's head. It looks like they already they're picking. Let's head down and see what it is.
The Phoenix Peacocks will not be using the 8th overall pick in the Stick Volley Draft.
And there you have it. The Phoenix Peacocks will not be taking a pick. They're fine with the roster that they have, and it looks like they're just going to stick with that team for who knows how long. But yeah, there's nothing to really say. This is the first time this has ever happened. A team not taking a pick, I think. Or announcing it, maybe? I don't know. But it looks like the Keyboard Smashers should be coming up, so let's head on to the state. The Keyboard Smashers are now on the clock. Here we go. The Keyboard Smashers are now up on the clock. They have a full starting roster as well. So this pick probably going to the bench. What could they get here though? Maybe a goalie? Actually, they don't have enough. They don't have enough for a goalie. I don't know. This pick is gonna probably be a defender maybe then. We'll have to see. It looks like they have their pick in. Let's head down to the stage.
Hello, my name is Paul, and I'm the coach of the Keyboard Smashers. This year's pick, I will be picking Tevin Peters. Woo! Keyboard Smashers!
Tevin Peters, as you can hear by the fans, they're not too happy about this pick. This is their third D5 on the Keyboard Smashers. I'm not too sure what is going on. The coach slash owner sounded happy, but I don't know, maybe he saw something that the fans didn't. This is their third D5 though, remember that. I don't know what they gotta do with him. Is he just gotta sit the bench? I mean, they have rookie Duncan Tanks that they just drafted last season. He's literally 2 years older than Tevin Peters, but I don't know. Davion Nolan's also young, he's 25, so I don't know where this pick's gonna go. But that's an interesting way to start off the draft. The fans didn't seem happy, but that's going to end this draft for season 5. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and we'll see you for week 1 of season 5 very soon.